Roderick McDowell at Mcdonald. And Rod, when it's got to be difficult, I would think, to do both. Francis, I mean, you played a harmonica in your first appearance here.
That's right.
And how was it? I mean, I was there. I saw it. I mean, and it
So
was,
what did you think?
I didn't see any, just some of the guys in the band laughing, but in the orchestra laughing, but nobody in the audience was laughing. I thought you did great.
Well, you guys were praying for me to make sure I went,
Yeah. Yeah, they just hired you.
But really, this kind of work is really built for a soloist to lead out. It's a small chamber group. And Rod is really well-known trumpet player in the world, internationally. And they got a really good review recently, I think, that the video you made.
Oh, yeah, a DVD.
Yeah, DVD.
From the same place this was recorded, Thomas Church and Bach's Church in Leipzig.
Right.
Now, question for you. Growing up, were you like an Al Hurt person, a Doc Severinsen, or was there somebody else in the orchestral field that you followed as a trumpet player?
That's brilliant, actually, question. Herb Albert, actually, was the first trumpet I heard. I loved his sound. And it's not classical, but Herb Albert was the guy actually got me.
Yeah, you're right.
I like this sound. This is something I could be friendly with. This is something I can produce. And I was 6 or 7 years old. I didn't start trumpet till later, but that was in my ear. So I have to thank him.
Yeah, that's kind of neat. And we have Sergio Mendez coming here in February for the Wine and Jazz Festival.
Really?
Yeah, Sergio Mendez will be here, although he wasn't a trumpet player. But it's the same blend of music, the two of them.
Sure.
But that's interesting. I would never have thought of Herb Alpert.
And good for you, Hippo.
Well, no, I loved him. I mean, my mother had all the albums, and I took the one that had Lanny Hall on the cover.
With the
whipped
cream.
cream. Yeah.
There was something to that too, maybe.
Yeah,
I mean, he's a trumpet player. I mean.
Yeah. And that supposedly was Sergio Mendez's wife, Lanny Hall, the girl on the cover with the whipped cream.
That's great information.
Yeah. So you're at the conservatory, and knowing some of the students that went there, knowing some of the people that taught there, that place was just amazing, just like Berkeley is in Boston.
Yeah.
But a different style, a different whole. You're looking at symphonies, you're looking at orchestras and different things. And
right.
Berkeley did everything. As conservatory major and that one proponent, and some of the kids from Berkeley then went to conservatory because of the style of music they were going to play. How did you happen to choose the conservatory? Was it just that's what you wanted to do?
Yeah, that was my passion, really, classical music. I love jazz, but I listen to jazz, but I don't do that. I do classical music. And doing conservatory was the logical extension of that. And then when I got to Leipzig, the Leipzig Conservatory was there, and that was the logical extension, and made me grow further, more mature, essentially grow up as a musician.
Yeah. That is amazing, and I just think as we meet these conductors that are going to be coming down here to replace Francis, to me it's going to be fascinating to hear how they got their start in music. Francis, your first was the accordion, wasn't it?
Accordion, yeah. It's a totally different route that I took, and by nature. I didn't have a choice, really.
Yeah, and it's amazing the pattern, the paths you two take. Him going to a foreign country, you going to a foreign country.
Right.
And getting your start in different ways. It's unique that we hear that stuff. Outside of Wagner, being in German influence, what about American composers? Any that you like?
Sure. Copland, Barber, Charles Ives is great. We have enough, definitely. Huge repertoire. And the ones that are alive, too. The great composers. And if I was so lucky to get this position, I would certainly be showcasing them, and even Florida composers. And you say, what Florida composer? I mean, they're students studying, and they need help to have their
works published.
Yeah, to have a competition, for example, to pick the best piece and have the composer have his. What good is a composer if their music's not played? It has to be out there, it has to be out in the open, and so people can judge it and say, I like that or I don't like that. But whatever, just so there's a critical review.
That's a very interesting path to take.
Absolutely.
For music schools in Florida, which is kind of unique, combining the music and the symphony with education.
Yeah.
I don't know if FGCU has a program or
yes, they do have a music major. We have some students that did perform with a child symphony, and also we've been talking to Lynn University. They have a wonderful conservatory out there. So there are state of Florida we can tap into.
Now, of course, you know of the maestro's passion for Mantovani, and having been able to do Mantovani this past year in that concert. Yourself, Rod, is there one composer you'd like to do a whole night of?
I could see John Williams, for example. He's really a living legend. I love his music. It's Pop's concert music.
Yeah.
I could see doing on his birthday, for example, a concert or some other celebratory. There are many composers. As far as America, you can certainly do a Copland concert or Samuel Barber concert. But I like kind of a potpourri, kind of a mix.
Well, I can remember us growing up to Arthur Fiedler as a conductor, and to me he was legendary, and his red jacket and everything else on the Fourth and everything else going on with the Pops concert, and it was just. And then Seiji Ozawa with a Boston Symphony was amazing back then, but to come to Charlotte County and to go to the symphony down here that Janida was doing, and then now you've taken over and opened my eyes, Maestro, to music as a word can. And Rod, I'm looking forward to more of what you can do down here, because you have the skills and you have the ability to do it down here, as I'm sure all of our other conductors are going to be down here.
Well, I'm really looking forward to this Saturday at the CPAC. That's where the orchestra will get to, the audience will get to hear myself with the orchestra for the first time. And
then on Sunday, right?
Yes, we have on Sunday matinee at 3 p.m.
Good morning. You're on the show. I'm fine, sir. How are you?